MC003F, the KO version of the Threezero Optimus Prime, Dark of the Moon version, which basically is the Threezero but with some changes to make him look like how Optimus appears in the Dark of the Moon movie. And this design from Threezero actually have incredible articulation and extremely accurate movie details as well. Some can argue that it is not really accurate to the CGI model if we compare to some of the third-party or fourth-party 3D model printed floating out there online, but this is the best version that got mass-produced. Of course, this figure doesn't transform because it's prioritized the accurate details of how Optimus Prime looks, but I always feel that it could have been even better, especially for the head of the figures. And that's what we are looking at right here. Optimus Prime have an incredible head on these figures right here. Look at this incredible head, which is a quick glance between the heads that Optimus is wearing and the head that he's holding on his hand right here. We can see that they may look very similar, but in terms of details, they're extremely different from one another. Here is a closer look at this incredible head. So first off, we can see that although this head is the 3D printed head, it doesn't feel rainy when we touch it at all. All the surface was smoothed out very nicely. And of course, all of the paint jobs application that got put on here, they are very extremely detailed as well. But of course, if we look at some of the less refined area down here, you can see that it's a 3D printed piece because the surface doesn't seem to be really smooth. They very rainy, just like how 3D printers usually look like. But all of the part that I actually refined them, the part look very smooth and the colors are very smooth as well. It's very highly made. Look at that. All of the blue, they look shiny blue, and all of the silver also look very accurately silver. I guess for some of those part over here, they also got highlighted with a little of black detail highlighting. This head has all of that Cybertronian tattoos that Optimus have in the movie. So you can see that on his ear, he have a lot of Cybertronian tattoos over here. All of those details were going across the ears, and I don't know what to call this, but on the side of his head as well. And more Cybertronian details on his cheek. Look at that. On this side as well. Oh my gosh. And look at the face area, even the nose area, the mouth area, and the eyes inside. They all look so detailed. Here's this side as well. Of course, we have more of that Cybertronian tattoos and wording going across his body, of the head. Here's the back of the head, so they actually not skim out on any of the details. Look at that, look at the ears. We actually have 3 pieces on each side. I never noticed that before, but they are so good. 1, 2, and 3. So those are 3 pieces that go across the design of Optimus' head. And of course, this head, it doesn't just come with this mouthpiece, but it can also be replaced with a mouth guard over here. And not only that, it can also light up. So to change out the battle mask, we just have to switch that off, so you can see that the lights actually light up. Right now, it's kind of going to the dimmer mode, so just flash off and then it turn off, on and off. But look at that, let's make him look so alive. And of course, we can just slide this piece in there, and that is our battle mask option on. It's very easy to change out a face mask, and right now the lights on the head is totally on, so it's not turning off anymore. So those are the main 2 modes of the lighting on this head. It's either on and off or flashing on off. They got activated by magnetism. So basically in here, when we take off the mask, you can see that there's a magnet right there. And that magnet can activate the pin inside. And here's we also have a magnet on the mask as well. So whenever we change the mask or take the mask out and put it back on, that's how we activate the light or turn off the light or change the mode of the light. Look at that head. Oh my gosh, I can't get over how accurately this looks. That looks so cool. The eye actually light up very alive. I can't really look at this all day. It's not too light. It doesn't feel cheap like some of the head that they put on BMB figures. This just look very dim. That just make it look even more realistic. So to change the head of these figures, we basically just pull up Optimus Prime a little closer, take off his head. So it's very similar to the head that we just had. It's basically just like a bone joint that stick directly into this socket hole over here. So basically just plug it out, and here is our head. Here are how the two heads look directly next to one another. So definitely we can see that there's a significant size difference between the two. The new head is quite bigger than the old one. I didn't even notice that until I put them right next to one another like this. And you can see that the colors are also different as well. The new one have that very flashy blue colors in comparison to the old one that come with the stock figures. The details actually more prominent on the new head. Look at how deep the details are on the new head. Oh my gosh, that molding looks so good. Of course, even when we don't look at all of the tattoos on the head, the new one just looks that much better with all of the extreme details going on. Here are how they look from the side. So again, we see that the new head have a lot more Cybertronian tattoos and a lot more smaller details that was totally lacking on the original head. Even on the back side of the figures as well, you can see that there's no comparisons over here. Now the stock head look way overly simplified in comparison to this new incredible head. Here's the other side look as well, and of course the lights on the figures is still on. Just give us that more realistic look to it. The eyes also got separated out into multiple pieces that got put together, not just one piece of molding. Yet the ears, actually really like how the new one look. It's have like 3 pieces on each side of the ear, versus the stock head only have 2. But this is what we usually see for most of the Optimus figures, and I get that as well because with multiple small pieces like this, they can get broken off very easily. And not just the details, but the overall look. You can see that this head has slightly different shape in comparison to this head right here. So even aesthetic as well is very different between the two. And of course, this head we can change out the mouth guard very easily. Unlike the old head where we actually have to take some of the part off. It's very annoying to actually change the face mat on this head. Looking at the battle mask head, although this battle mask head doesn't have as much details as the open mask heads where we have all of the nose and mouth and cheeks region on Optimus Prime, but this head still looks incredible. Now that I look at it, it also have some kind of Cybertronian tattoos or wording right on the muscle mask right there, not just on the cheek. And here's how we incorporate the new head onto the figures. So looking at the figures over here, you can see that definitely there's just a socket in there. And with the new head, we also have a bone joint over here. So what we do is just align the bone joint into the socket hole and then just push it down. And here's how the new head look on the body. You can see that because this head they haven't customized yet. So the color actually doesn't match with their customized body, which have some kind of weathering effects going throughout. Their head is definitely significantly big in comparison to the body, so it's very stand out in comparison to the body. This might be a little too big. Let me know what you think in the comment. Is this too big? But I think definitely it's look really good, and it's looser than the original head. This bone joint feel really tight when we put it in, but for this one, probably because you don't want to stress out the joints too much, so it's feel a little loose, but at least it can still hold the head to some degree. It's not like it's entirely loose that it can't even hold the pose, but yeah, it's much looser than the original one. But the range of articulation actually is pretty good with this head. Look at that, it can tilt a lot to the right side and tilt a lot to the left side as well. Of course, it can tilt down a lot. And it can look up quite a bit as well. And that is just the articulation for the socket. I haven't used the articulation in the neck joints yet. Here's how the old head standing next to it. So you can see that the old head is definitely a lot smaller. Do you think it's more proportional to the bodies? Or the new head is more proportional to the body? Let me know what you think in the comment. But definitely, now that it have the new head, there's no purpose to use this old head anymore because there's just no comparison between the two. Now this head look too good for this body. I feel like the body can also be this much more accurate if we have more 3D printed part to put on. Greetings, Optimus Prime here. Let me know how handsome I look. See you next time.